time ICONARD was conducted. It was in 2020. It was established to accommodate academicians and also researchers to disseminate their scientific works in agribusiness and rural development. It was really a challenge at the first time, at the beginning, because the beginning it's not always easy. But I'm so glad that now it's already 4 years, and inshallah it will be our annual international conference in Department of Agribusiness. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to begin with a few words about agribusiness and rural development. If we talk about agribusiness, it means that it refers to commerce in farming and farming-related activities. Agribusiness covers the production, processing, and distribution of farm-based goods. While agribusiness industry comprises all aspects of food production and distribution, rural development deals with the development of rural areas that include a broad range of activities, not only agriculture, but also the health and sanitation, the education system, and the social infrastructure. Therefore, agribusiness and rural development not only dealing with agriculture, not only dealing with the increase and distribution of food production, but also with the welfare of the farmers. This is something sometimes that we forgot, and this is very important. I would like to say this is the most important thing in Indonesia, especially at the very moment, especially after we recover by COVID-19, but it's not really recovered, to be honest. And in rural development, especially in the farmers, the effect of COVID-19 is not, it's not really recovered yet. So then with the topic Harmony in Nature, Bridging Environmental Science and Rural Development for Sustainable Future, the conference is designed to support the United Nations SDGs, particularly in ending poverty, which is the SDG 1, achieving zero hunger, which is SDG 2, ensuring clean water and sanitation, SDG 6, and developing sustainable communities, SDG 11. I was just finished having a discussion or meeting with some senior lecturers in Germany, and now all the university is pushed to embrace all the SDGs from United Nations. So I am very glad that the theme of this international conference can cover 4 SDGs from United Nations. And I'm glad to say that the conference attracted hundreds of participants, including academic scientists, lecturers, and research scholars from 11 countries, which are Indonesia, Malaysia, Pakistan, South Korea, the Netherlands, Nigeria, South Africa, the Philippines, Russia, and Taiwan. The conference is conducted hybrid, online and offline, with 100 participants offline, including the students. And the papers presented in this conference will be published in A3S web of conference with its Scopus proceeding. We just have a talk before this conference, and we talk about the ranking with all the speakers. And well, for the Southeast Asia, especially Indonesia and Malaysia, we go for the ranking. Although in some country, maybe just like in Japan or in some European countries, then they don't really embrace the ranking. But for us in Southeast Asia countries, I guess all university go for the ranking. In publication in Scopus, either its journal Scopus or proceeding Scopus will be regarded as the good point to achieve the international ranking. So in this opportunity, I would like to say thank you for the committee for the commitment and brilliant works, especially to Dr. Cahyo Rubianto. Dr. Cahyo? Yes, he was just become a model this this morning, yeah, in a fashion show. So you can see that he is very multi-talented person. So he is not very good in international conference as speakers and etc. But he is very, very good become a model. Maybe it's, Dr. Cahyo can think that it's for about his side jobs. So I'm sure you will have fruitful and rewarding exchanges during the conference. And finally, I wish you every success for this important conference and look forward to learning about the outcome. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you very much, Insinyur Indira Prabhasari, MP, PhD, for the speech. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as to remember, everyone will participate in the Zoom meeting or streaming YouTube channel for the agribusiness UMY. And thus, everyone still excited to take part in the opening events of ICONARD 2024. And everyone in here, let's wave at the camera to welcome online participants. Wave the camera. Say hi, everyone. Okay, I hope that everyone is doing well. Everyone online? And ladies and gentlemen, then to be even more ambitious again. So when I said ICONARD 2024, you say harmony in nature. Okay? Once again, ICONARD 2024. Okay, thank you very much. Big applause for us. Okay, thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, ICONARD 2024 purpose to unite experts and leaders to develop practical strategies for achieving a harmonious balance between humans, nature, and agriculture. And please welcome Mr. Cahyo Wisnu Rupianto.
In this historical moment, I stand here wearing traditional clothes from East Nusa Tenggara and Papua. These are not just cultural symbols, but also represents of flora and fauna and the balance of nature. East Nusa Tenggara and Papua are not only known for their biodiversity, but also for their resilience of rural communities who face natural challenge with the persistence and strength. Sustainable agriculture is the key to maintaining global peace and prosperity. By using environmental friendly and sustainable practice, we can ensure that our natural resource will be available for the future generations. Agriculture is not just a source of livelihoods. It is an integral part of our identity and daily life. Traditional practice passed down through the generations have proven effective in maintaining ecosystem, balance, and conserving biodiversity. We must learn from this local wisdom and incorporate it into modern agriculture strategies to achieve sustainable rural developments. In our pursuit of world peace, we must recognize that conflict often stems from economic and environmental injustice. So technology can have a positive impact on human life, but it can also negatively affect the people and nature. For example, drones can be very beneficial when used in agriculture, but they cause destructions when used in war, like in Palestine right now. By strengthening sustainable agriculture, we not only ensure enough food for everyone, but also build a strong foundation for social and environmental justice. The traditional dress I'm wearing today remind us of our great responsibility to protect and preserve this earth for future generations. Finally, this month we celebrate Indonesian Independence Day. Let's reflect. Let us unite in the spirit of peace and sustainability. Let's make sustainable agriculture a bridge to more just and harmonious world. By dedicating our thought, time, and energy for research, we not only preserve our cultural and the natural heritage, but also build a brighter future for all humanity. Merdeka! 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 ICONARD 2024! Thank you very much.
Okay, everyone, give a people for ICONARD 2024. Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, the next is speech by the Chief of Dr. Cahyo Wisnu Rubianto, PhD. Time is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam kebajikan, salam sejahtera bagi kita semua. The Excellencies, the Dean of Agriculture Faculty of Universitas Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta, Dr. Indira. The Excellencies, the Vice Dean of Agriculture Faculty, Universitas Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta, Dr. Susanawati. His Excellencies, the Head of Department of Agribusiness at Universitas Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta, Dr. Zuhud Razaki. The Excellencies, the all keynote speakers, Professor Matsuda from Retsumikang University, Professor Nursida from UPM, Malaysia, Dr. Fauzi from UTM, Melaka, and also Dr. Triano from Universitas Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta. And also the Honorable College, Rosalia, from my colleagues from Simane University, and all colleagues that I cannot say one by one, and all participants, students, and all committee members of this International Conference on Agribusiness and Rural Development 2024. First of all, let us express our gratitude to Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, the Almighty God, for His grace and the blessing that allows us to gather today at the ICONARD 2024. Maybe some of you surprised. I use this kind of costumes. But I'm deeply honored to stand here before distinguished academic researchers, practitioners, and also students who are dedicated to the field of agribusiness and also the rural developments. Ladies and gentlemen who coming here today, as we commence these events, the previous speech I deliver aims to remind us all of importance of maintaining a balance between development and nature conservation. By wearing these traditional clothes that I like, because next week I will go to the East Nusa Tenggara. So some from East Nusa Tenggara here? Oh, they are, okay. So these clothes from East Nusa Tenggara and Papua, I wish to highlight the rich culture and the biodiversity of Eastern Indonesia, and of course Indonesia, and globally Southeast Asia, of course, in the world, as well as underscore the importance of appreciating and studying local wisdom in our effort to achieve sustainable agriculture. And this message aligns with the objective of ICONARD 2024, which aims to promote innovation and research in agribusiness and rural development, and to find sustainable solutions to the challenge we face in this field, with the theme, harmony in nature. So sustainable agriculture is not only about the engineering and technology, but also building a just and peaceful society where natural resources are used wisely for the common good. Thus, I hope that today's conference opening can inspire us all to work harder in creating better future through sustainable agricultural research and practice. So may this conference bring many benefits to serve as a platform for us all to share knowledge, experiences, and also the innovations. So in this valuable occasion, I would like to invite you, the Dean of Faculty of Agriculture, all keynote speakers, the Head of Department of Agribusiness, the Vice Deans, to declare the world peace after this and the sustainable agriculture for ICONARD 2024. ICONARD 2024, harmony in nature. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
very much, Mr. Cahyo Wisnurupianto, PhD, for the speech. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to proceed to the next event, which is opening ceremony of the 5th ICONARD 2024 with poster signing, and will be accompanied by the Dean of Faculty Agriculture, Ms. Indira Prabhasari, MP, PhD, Head of the UMBI Agribusiness Study Program, Mr. Zultro Zaki, PhD, Mr. Cahyo Wisnurupianto, PhD, and please come to the stage, Professor Masahiko Matsuda, Professor Dr. Norsidaman, Dr. Mahfouzi Kamarudin, and Associate Professor Dr. Triano. Okay, please come to the stage.
Okay, so where should I sign that? Everywhere? Okay. So I will declare that by signing Bismillah. Yes.
Okay, everyone, we're going to proceed.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This young lecturer is very creative. I don't have any clue. What will you do? So I was very surprised, but it's in a good surprise. So by saying Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, this declaration is officially launched.
Okay. Sustainable and integrated agriculture align with the principle of sustainable living because a crucial solution in achieving harmony with nature. In the context of rural development, a holistic approach involving environmentally friendly agriculture not only supports food security and rural economics, but also positively contributes to local and global ecosystem. Sustainable and integrated agriculture align with the principle of sustainable living because a crucial solution in achieving harmony with nature. In the context of rural development, a holistic approach involving environmentally friendly agriculture not only supports food security and rural economics, but also positively contributes to local and global ecosystem. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the food ICONARD is officially open. Okay, please remain on the stage. We are going to proceed to presentation. Please, to our lecturer agribusiness, going to the stage. All lecturers. Okay. Photo sessions. Are you ready? On the count, 3, 2, 1. One more, give your best smile, and 3, 2, 1. Okay, once again, to our lecturer agribusiness. To our keynote speakers, please remain on the stage because we are going to photo session again with our lecturer agribusiness, Universitas Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta. Okay. Okay. Camera ready? Team, are you ready? On the count, 3, 2, 1. One more, give your best smile, and 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you very much. You may go back to your seat. Still with us in the 5th ICONARD 2024, we see that all are still excited to follow the sequence of events from beginning to the end. This event is a chance to discuss various issues and studies related to the topic of agribusiness and rural development. Well, ladies and gentlemen, moving on to the next agenda, which is plenary session of ICONARD 2024, that will be led by our college. Mr. Zuhud Rozaki, PhD, head of the UMY Agribusiness Study Program. He graduated from Gifu University, Japan, and have expertise in the sector agriculture, economic, food security, agribusiness, rural development, and farmer resilience. That's all about him, and please help us welcome our moderator, Mr. Zuhud Rozaki, PhD.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Alhamdulillahirabbil alamin. Thanks to Allah for giving us of international conference on agribusiness and rural development. And also salawat and salam always go to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your coming. Especially for our Dean, Dr. Indira Prabasari. Thank you very much for opening this conference, and also our keynote speaker. We do have 4 keynote speakers today. That actually it is very eye-catching, because when you come here, you can see over there, we already posted their big picture in the wall, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. But before I mention their name, actually I want to little bit mention their institution and etc. So before we start our speech from our 4 keynote speakers, so this 5th ICONARD 2024 take the big topic, which is harmony in nature, bridging environmental science and rural development for sustainable futures. Why we take this grand topic? Because we want to cover all of topics in order to we can build this world better. Because when we watch our main stage in the morning, when we heard some keynote speaker, they say that if we want to build something, it cannot be only seen from only one perspective, for example, only engineering, but also we need to see from the other perspective or point of view, for example, social science, economic science, and etc. Therefore, in this plenary session, we will invite our 4 keynote speakers that they will explain their expertise to contribute our better world. So first I want to invite all of keynote speaker, and then after that I will give each of keynote speaker for 20 minutes presentation. After all keynote speaker done their presentation, I will open the discussion or question session from all of you that come here. Also for the online participants or the online authors that already joined this ICONARD. So actually this ICONARD is not only offline method, but also we do have many participants that join online. So hello the online participants, thank you very much for joining this ICONARD 2024. So without taking longer time, the first keynote speaker we will call, he got his PhD from Kyoto University, Japan, and then he can speak Myanmar language better than his own native language. Wow. And then now he is working in Ritsumeikan University in Kyoto City also, Japan, and now he is trying to have research in Gunung Kidul, right? In Gunung Kidul, Yogyakarta. So start from now, he will learn Japanese language. So after this, I will monggo Professor Masahiko Matsuda. Over there, yeah. It is written there. Yeah, here. Matur nuwun, Professor. Thank you, means thank you. Okay. Okay, next we will call the next keynote speaker. Actually, she can speak Japanese better than Malaysian language, right? Because she graduated from bachelor degree, master degree, and PhD from Kagoshima University, Japan. Yeah. And then please welcome Professor Nursida Man. Professor Nursida Man now is working in University Putra Malaysia. Not Putri Malaysia, ya. This is Putra Malaysia, okay, Prof? Okay, next, let's call the next keynote speaker. He graduated his PhD from Deakin University, Australia. So maybe I predict that he can speak with kangaroo, maybe, ya. Better than speak with Mr. Cahyo, maybe, ya, maybe. And then he is working now in University Technical Malaysia, Melaka, and he is focusing on the management of a company, also in agricultural science. Please welcome Dr. Mohfauzi Kamarudin. Okay, the last but not the last, yeah. We will call Mintuno, ya, we call it. Mimi and Mintuno. So last year we visited, last year we visited in Johor for the Blancas, or what we call it in English? Okay, but Blancas, crab shoe plantation in Johor. In Java, we call it Mimi and Mintuno. And our last keynote speaker can speak with Mimi and Mintuno language, yeah. And he graduated his PhD from Universitas Gadjah Mada, Yogyakarta, Indonesia. And then now he is working in Universitas Muhammadiyah, Yogyakarta. Please welcome Dr. Triyono. Okay, without take a longer time, I will welcome Professor Masahiko Matsuda to present his presentation regarding the rural development. I will give you 20 minutes, Prof, so you can use. Okay, please. Okay.
Okay. Okay, no. Okay. Okay. Thank you very much for introducing me, Mr. Zaki, Dr. Zaki, and thank you for inviting me this exciting event, Dr. Chayo. I really enjoyed the entertainment. And this style is completely different from the Japanese style. So I wonder, Dr. Chayo get a PhD in Japan, but he adopted again the Indonesian style right now. Anyway, this is my great honor to be here as one of the keynote speakers with the distinguished professors from Malaysia and also this university. And I'm very happy to be here to make a presentation. Before starting my presentation, let me introduce myself briefly again. Can I check my... Oh, okay, thank you. I'm Matsuda from Ritsumeikan University. Ritsumeikan University is a private university located in Kyoto, the western part of Japan. And I got a PhD in agriculture in 2002 from the Kyoto University. And my major is agriculture and rural development, and especially I'm conducting the research in Myanmar. And also now I widen my range to all the Southeast Asia. And I have worked for JICA, Japan International Cooperation Agency in Myanmar 3-4 years. And then I entered to the Ritsumeikan University and work now since 2006. And I belong to the Graduate School of International Relations, but I'm teaching the subject of the rural development and other development studies. And I have supervised international students, mainly from Myanmar. 35 Myanmar students get a master's degree under my supervision, and I counted 7 Indonesian students I supervised until now. And last year, I got sabbatical leave, 1 year sabbatical leave from my university, and I spent 6 months in Jakarta. So I mean I have the close connection with Indonesia and Indonesian people. And I showed one slide. So yeah, this is a snapshot just taken after the graduation ceremony. One lady from Indonesia and others from the Myanmar and Laos. Yeah, in research, I said that my main field is Myanmar. I'm conducting the field work-based study. I interview with farmers and get data and then discuss something. But today, I don't focus specific on the Myanmar study, but I want to talk about an idea in general, rural development in Southeast Asia. This is my title, the paradoxical development of rural Southeast Asia. This is the main topics, the 2 topics I prepared, and the first topic is the main. The question is, what are the feature or characteristics of agriculture and rural development in Southeast Asia? I think it's unique in positive sense. It's different from the East Asian countries or other developed countries. Southeast Asia going the unique, original way in development. This is my answer to this question. And we made a term, co-agriculturalization. It means the co-prosperity of agriculture and other industries in Southeast Asia. At the same time, the harmonized coexistence of rural and urban in Southeast Asia. This included the meaning of the co-agriculturalization. This is the answer to the question. So this is my talk. Okay, so the starting from this to answer the question, I start from the introduce the present status of agriculture in Japan. Now, what is the image of agriculture in Japan? Japan has a high advanced technology, so the ITC and drone and GIS and there are many advanced technology that apply to the agriculture sector. Actually, we can see the very active farmers in Japan and high-end technology in Japan agriculture sector, but this is very partly. This is just one aspect. The reality is next slide. I want to show. Okay. Yeah, okay. This photo is taken in my hometown, Hiroshima, the western part of Japan. This is a paddy field covered by thick lava film. They stopped the farming and abandoned the farmland. And many remote areas in Japan depopulated. The people moved to the urban. So this is the problems that Japan facing to in the field of agriculture and the rural area. And when we see the basic statistics of Japan, it's very small, but we can see the upper left is the ratio of the rural population and the urban population, and blue one is rural. The ratio of rural population is decreasing, and now it's very, very small. Upper right is agricultural land area, gradually decreasing. And also the production of the main crop, rice, also decreasing for these 60 years. And also the input, fertilizer, chemical fertilizer also decreasing. So all indicators of the agriculture and the rural area is showing the decreasing trend in Japan. How about in Southeast Asia? Next slide. Okay, there is an old conventional view of rural Southeast Asia in 20th century. It is the de-agrarianization. De-agrarianization in Southeast Asia is proposed by a scholar in 2001. And it's socio-economic change from agriculture to non-agriculture, rural society. It consists of the 5 features. The one is the occupation, and the second is the income. The people living in rural area is changed from the main income source from the agriculture to non-farm business, wage labor. And the special relocation means farmland convert to the other land use. And the social re-identification is people who have the identity as farmer. The number of such people is decreased. And so we can see the de-agrarianization in Southeast Asia last century. And yeah, the author showed some indicator, a macroeconomic indicator. This is the percentage of GDP agriculture. Several countries, I highlighted Indonesia. The left one is the agriculture percentage. The decrease from the 45 to 16, 1998. Instead, in the percentage of industry, and service is increased. That this is an aspect of the de-agrarianization. Now this is the national level. And the next, now this is the household level. This is the percentage of the household income. How many percentage from farm and how many percentage from non-farm in the Philippines. The first, the income from farm share the more than 70%, but the last 1994 are less than half. So this is one of the example of the de-agrarianization. And the author said the Southeast Asia is no longer a region of farmers. And at that time, at the beginning of this century, many researchers had expected that this trend maybe continue after 2000 in this century. And then now we can see how changed in Southeast Asia. This is showing the macro stats after 2000. Actually, we can see the trend of de-agrarianization as well now. The green line is the rural population ratio of Southeast Asia. It's decreasing, and urban ratio is the more than 50% after 2007 and 8. Yeah, turnover urban by rural ratio, the turnover by urban. And also the share of GDP in agriculture is shrinking, decreased. The CLMV countries also follow the original ASEAN member countries. So next, yeah, thank you. So Japan, I showed the Japan as an example. It's extreme example of DAG, de-agrarianization. And Southeast Asia is following this way, like Japan? I don't think so. Next slide, please. I don't think so, because the rural community is, Southeast Asia is not shrinking. Even though the out-migrant is getting more popular in all over the region, and the younger generation want to work in the urban area, but still the rural area have people engaged in the agriculture. And also they develop the other small business in rural area. Now when we looking at the agriculture itself, the agriculture is still one of the important livelihood activity there. And we often see the expansion of agricultural land in Southeast Asia right now, and also the intensification of the farming technology, apply the new technology, and increase the production. So now the researchers pointed out that the Southeast Asia might not the same as the country development previously, like Japan, not same. Okay. Yeah, this is an example of the member country of Southeast Asia, Indonesia. Actually, the ratio of, okay, thank you. Only 5 minutes remain. Okay, thank you. And the ratio of rural population is decreasing, but the number, absolute number of rural population, they keep high level. And the percentage also still nearly 50%. And when we see the agricultural land is growing and growing, not like Japan. And also the production of the main crop, rice, is fluctuated recently, but keep the high level, not like Japan, or not like other developed countries. And also the intensification is going on. The next slide. This is Japan. So we can see the contrast, the difference between Indonesia and Japan. Okay, next slide. I summarize the historical trend of some major indicator of agriculture and rural village from 1960 to present, the Southeast Asia and some East Asian countries and Europe. The first two is the share of the GDP and the ratio of rural population. They are the relative value, and we can see the downtrend universally in the world. So so we can see the relative DAG in universal everywhere in the world, Southeast Asia as well. But in Japan, it faces the absolute DAG. Actually, the agriculture sector shrinking and the rural people decreasing. But in Southeast Asia, at the same time, we can see the agriculturalization, agricultural development as well. So here, I pointed the paradox, the agricultural development behind relative DAG. This is also the one of the figure showing the paradox of DAG. The horizontal axis is the rural population ratio, one indicator of DAG, and the vertical axis is the agricultural development. So all country and the region is going to lower left, except Southeast Asia. Southeast Asia is going up, upper left, only Southeast Asia. This is a negative correlation between the rural population ratio and the index of the harvest area of main crop rice. Okay, I want to show the one example. This is Sabe village is northeast Thailand. We can see this is a rural village. Then we can see the completely paved road and washing machine in the village and the cafe, and the farmer use the gas for their cook. So the kind of the urbanization, the efficient urban infrastructure we can see, and many non-farm business activities they are engaged in. But at that time, they didn't stop the farming. The farming still conducted, and they increased the productivity. It's not only for their self-sufficiency, self-consumption, and both they are growing the product for cash, commercial. Okay. So this is a summary of my presentation. The rural South Asia going its own unique path of development. It's like a paradox of DAG. We can see the both relative DAG and agriculturalization, agricultural development at the same time. And that means the co-prosperity of agriculture and other industry, and harmonized coexistence of rural and urban in Southeast Asia. That means not DAG, but co-agriculturalization, co-AG. Maybe co-AG caused by the high potential of agricultural resource in this region, and also the positive effect of non-farm income increase to farm activity at the household level. So Co-AG is showing a unique development path of Southeast Asia and the potential to realize a better future. Okay, the next, I prepared one more topic, but I'd like to stop this presentation now because time is limitation. Okay, okay, that's all. Thank you very much.
Big applause to Prof. Matsuda. Thank you very much, Prof. And then let's continue to our next keynote speaker, which is Prof. Nursidaman. Please, time is yours, Prof.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Is it okay? So I need to push this one.
Next is me, but point over there.
Over. Nampak tak?
They don't play yet.
Don't play yet. Okay, Assalamualaikum and selamat petang. Okay, selamat petang and good evening. As introduced by Mr. MC, I'm Prof. Nasida from Faculty of Agriculture, Universiti Putra Malaysia. There are also Putri there, but we name it as Putra. Okay, thank you very much for the Dean, especially for the head of the program, and then Dr. Nana for inviting me at the first. So thank you very much. I would like to come, okay, to this university. However, they not invite me. So this time is very lucky. So I can meet many friends here. And then I supervised Dr. Aris before 2003 until 2005 or 6. And then now I'm supervising Mr. Not Doctor yet, Mr. Oki. So very lucky to have the student that will do the research of the Indonesian agriculture. So my area is agriculture development. I'm focusing on agriculture extension and also agribusiness and agriculture rural development. So under agriculture development, I'm focusing many things because the philosophy of agriculture development is you need to combine technology, you need to combine with the production, and also you need to have the extension inside the elements. So the combination of three things will help the development of agriculture. Okay, are you ready with my slide? Alamak, tak nampak. Okay, it's working. Okay, I will see this monitor and then you can see there. My title is about the managing the sustainable. Alamak, laju sangat ni, kenapa? Jangan, saya pergerakkan dia. Okay, managing the sustainable rural development through agriculture. Whether agriculture helps the rural development or rural development help agriculture, which one? Or agriculture will destroy the development, they destroy the environment. So we will see it later. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Actually, I prepared this slide for 1 hour. Are you okay? No. Yes, only 10 minutes or 15 minutes. So, 20 minutes. So I try my best to complete it. Okay, this is my outline. Okay. Do you know what the meaning of rural area? You come from urban or you come from rural area? So, how we determine the rural? Is it suburban is a rural, or within the city they are urban? No, they are rural. So we're not clear about that. So a rural area is open land that has few home or other building and not very many people. But in case of Indonesia, I'm not sure. Maybe at the rural area also they have many people. It depends. At Malaysia, if we said rural, very not many, not full with the people. Okay, so United States classify a rural area as a town with fewer than 1,000 people per 2.6 square kilometer. Okay, rural area population density is very low. Many people live in a city or urban area. Their home business are located very close to one another. In rural area, there are fewer people and their home and business are located far away from another. So the primary industry for rural is agriculture. Hotondo ataupun kebanyakan ataupun apa saya sudah cakap campur-campur. Okay, the most thing is agriculture. So throughout the world, more people live in the rural area, but now changing rapidly. There's urbanization, where the people from the rural migrate to urban, finding the what's the best livelihood there. Okay, ni banyak ni macam mana? Okay, what is rural community? Who live in the rural? Kita? Our parents? Or what? Okay, so you need to know what is rural community. A group of people with a common characteristic interest living together in a village. Okay, a rural community can be classified as a rural based on the criteria of lower population density, as I said before, less social differentiation, less social and spatial mobility, slow rate of social change. And agriculture is a major occupation. Okay, main feature of rural community. Is it disclassified? Is the same with your country? Let's see. Okay, village is an institution. Okay, the village is a primary institution. Development of village is influenced considerably by the life of the village. And then community, they have a sense of unity and feeling of belongings toward each other. Okay, and then religion. Faith in the religion and universal power is found in the life of the villagers, and also agriculture, a main occupation of the rural people. This slide is only a general one, not focused on Malaysia or Indonesia or other country. Okay, what is rural community development? Why we need to develop the rural and develop the community inside? Ke depan sikit ya. Okay, this one. Again. Okay. Rural development is a strategy designed to improve the economic and social life. Okay, they also need development. The people itself, it's about bringing change in rural community from the traditional way to progressive way of living. So that's why we need to develop them. Okay, United Nations classify it or categorize it or define it as a process of change by which the effort of the people themselves are united, those of government authorities, to improve their economy, social and cultural condition of community into life of nation and to enable them to contribute fully to national program. That's what the United Nations define it. Okay, according to Robert Chambers ni, saya tak kenal lah siapa. Okay, a rural development is a strategy to enable, okay, specific group of people, poor rural women and men, to gain for themselves and their children more what they want and need. Okay, it involves helping the poorest among those who seek a livelihood in the rural area to demand and control more of the benefit of rural development. Not all the people need to migrate to have the development. So we need to develop them so that can avoid or hinder them to from migration to the city and make the city crowded. According to World Bank, rural development is strategy designed to improve the economic and social life. Okay. Then community development. What's the differences between rural and community? Community is inside the rural, and then we need the development for them. Community development is process where community members come together and take collective action to generate solution to common problem. If the common problem in the rural, and then community need to solve it need to make sure they have a solution. So they need to develop. So we need to develop the community first. Okay, community development prioritize the development of dimension that include people, building, street, and so on. Don't just say that community only the human, but what they have in their rural. This is community development. Okay, what make community development happen? Macam mana nak jadikan dia terjadi? Okay, development increase choice. Okay, sustain positive attitude, improve the function of institution and enhances quality of life. Development with rural and regional community depends on several interdependent component. Okay, for example, KW ni cakap adequate infrastructure, a healthy economy, policy setting that help position rural, and then delivery of service. So that's make development happen at a rural area. Okay, community development and social capital. What is social capital? Social capital or capacity building is the process of community development that cultivate the social ability. As a result, community development as the outcome. So social capital is the capacity building, same meaning. Okay, in promoting community development, it's important to ensure that the local people themselves should formulate and decide on their needs. So the community themselves need to find their need and what's program or project activity they need to do. Okay, so the success of community development is a success for everybody that grant their future generation. Ni faham ke tidak ni? You understand? Jangan tidur. Okay. Okay, kita tengok community development chain. Apa yang perlu ada di dalam sini? First, capacity building. Okay, community development process. Itu developing the ability to act, and then social capital, the ability to act, and also community development outcome is taking action. They are community improvement. Okay, every one of us, maybe you stay at urban, so you don't know what happened in rural. But you need to think, not all of your friends, your family need to come to Yogyakarta to have their life. They need to spend their life at rural, but however, the rural must be good. Okay? Objective of rural community development. Enggak gerak ini. Okay. The main objective is improving the living standard of rural people by utilize the easily available natural and human resource. Okay, improving the living standard. Other objective include development of agriculture, because agriculture is the component of rural, development of village and cottage industry, development of socio economic infrastructure, for example, bank, school, many things, develop of community services, facility, like drinking water, electricity, roads, and etc. Development of human resource mobilization. Okay, importance of rural community development. Why is it so important? Okay, rural development is dynamic process which is mainly concerned with the rural areas. There is a direct link between the rural development and development of national economy. So this include agricultural growth, putting up economic, fair wages, village planning, public health. So many things need to do. Okay. Rural development is needed. Why? Because to develop, how many minutes? 10 minutes. Okay. To develop rural areas as a whole in terms of culture. Okay. Because in the rural area, it's not only agriculture. They have many things. And then to develop living standard, to develop rural youth, children and women, and to develop and empower human resources to solve the problem faced by the rural mass for their development. Okay, measurement of rural development from 3 criteria: economic, social, and environment. Okay, economic aspect, income. Okay, we need to improve it. social aspect, population, equality, empowerment. So we use this measurement indicator to measure the development of rural area. Okey ngantuk? Tak. Okay, rural and agriculture development. There are very synergy linkages between rural and agriculture development. Okay, agriculture development, rural development, and how these two will solve the problem of poverty reduction. Okay, as you know, the rural people is under poverty or in poverty level. It's not out of the poverty. So we need to help them through agriculture. If agriculture is developed, rural developed too, so actually we can reduce the poverty. Okay, there are symbiotic relationship between agriculture development and rural development. Okay, okay, the rural sector economy is mainly agriculture based, and more than 3/4 of her population or its population involved in agriculture activities. So the informal sector refer to population residing in the rural sector that involved in other agriculture activity not mentioned earlier. Banyak lagi ya, there are many things, employment like mining, manufacturing, construction, transport activities and services. Okay, rural development, community development, and one more keyword is sustainable rural development. Why we need sustainable? Because we want the next generation have it. Okay, we need to protect our culture, tradition, landscaping, heritage, many things. So make sure rural development have an element of sustainable. This is the tema of this conference. Yeah. So sustainable development concept can be defined as set of activity aim at meeting the basic need of the population while preserving natural resources for future generation. So sustainable rural development ni involve a holistic approach where daily basic need of rural population must be covered by reliable public utilities combined with technical, socio-economic, and environmental. So this is what sustainable rural development is. Okay, there are 10 minutes. So importance of agriculture to rural community. If you know, okay, as you know, through agriculture we can give income to rural people, isn't it? To farmers, and then agriculture can provide employment, can reduce poverty, can supply of food. That is very important. Supply of food, source of forex ataupun foreign exchange earning, supply of surplus labor, sources of national income, supply of raw material, and development of industrial sector. So this is the importance agriculture to us. Okay. Role of extension in rural development. Okay. Penyuluhan you call or extension no give fukyu ataupun di Malaysia dipanggil pengembangan pertanian. So it's not only focus on agriculture but the whole of the rural sector. So that's why we not say agriculture advisory services, but we say rural advisory services. We can ask the extension people to see about the nutrition, about the literacy, about the technical of agriculture or many things. So we form the things that we call rural advisory services or penyuluhan or pengembangan or FUKIU. According to World Bank, 80% of the poverty population in the world are rural dwellers. Maksudnya rural villages who largely hinge their livelihood on agriculture. Many studies indicate that agriculture is a key driver of poverty mitigation. But in agriculture, there are many poverty people. So which one? Whether agriculture help the poverty reduction or the agriculture still make the people poverty. So extension program in agriculture, fishery and aquaculture seen as a link between farmers, fisher folks and other actors. So penyuluhan is very important, okay, to make sure to deliver the knowledge, to change the people, educate the people, lead the people. So that's one is the job of the extension or rural advisory services. Are you clear about the agriculture extension or extension? Faham kan? Are? Okay. The role of agriculture extension goes beyond just facilitating. Okay, agriculture extension or penyuluhan pertanian is not only transfer the technology. It's not. It's cover more. Then Duke revealed that this program play critical roles in providing farmers awareness. Make sure the farmers, the villagers know their standard, know their situation, the economic situation or the development of themselves. So if there are no awareness, they are in a comforting zone. Okay, walaupun mereka tinggal, if they are in a rural, but they are very satisfied. They are not do anything. They just do the routine and then no hope or there are no ambition to develop themselves or their rural area. So the agriculture extension need to increase their awareness, their knowledge, their technical things, their everything. So agriculture will help the rural community to be developed. Okay. Okay, rural advisory in community development. The rural advisory services, its role in testing and disseminating research base. If we have university, we have the technology, we have the research finding, try to disseminate to the people who need it. Okay, but make sure the research in university, for example, in this university, you need to make sure the finding of the result easy to be used by the farmers. They need to buy the technology with the low cost. Okay, so okay, this is model used in extension service delivery, transfer technology TOT, or they give a demand-driven services. This is approach where the agriculture extension used to approach the rural people to develop them. There are many. Okay, individual farm visit, we can help them by training and visit, farmer to farmer approach. All these approaches are used to help the people to change their living of standard, to change their paradigm, they change their technology. So this approach, and then I don't know whether you have or not in Indonesia. I think you have farmers field school, participatory extension approach, commodity approach. All this is purposely used to change the people in the community. Okay, and then TOT, farmer-based extension organization, ICT, where the ICT now is digital era, everybody use digital. So in developing the knowledge and technology, the agriculture extension or rural advisory extension use ICT. Don't make a reason you cannot go to the rural village because of the transportation, the access, but you can use ICT to contact them, to teach them, educate them. And then this is what we have a concept, the things, sustainable development goal, sustainable communities, and the food system that help the rural development. Okay, role of rural women. Ada lagi berapa minit ni? Almost. Okay, so why I said about the rural woman? I'm a woman, but I'm not. I just talk because the rural woman play an important role in agriculture, in the rural. So we need to combine them, participate them in our program in rural development. So I think Indonesia also the country that use the rural women force to handle their agriculture. So many things. Women are engaged in agriculture, post-harvest, floriculture, production. Many of your family, women's member involved in agriculture. Okay. Next is rural women in rural community development and their contribution. Okay. Okay, ni banyak lagi ya.
I'm sorry, Prof.
Yeah.
Already finished. I'm
You
sorry.
already finished. I need to stop now. Wait. I want to show the conclusion. Wait a minute. There are many things. If you need it, I will pass it. Banyak lagi patutnya. You need to give me 1 hour. I fly from Kuala Lumpur. Okay, there are many things about the issues and challenges. Okay, nanti boleh fikir lagi next. Okay, problem. Wah, dami des ne. Okay, we have an agenda. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Prof. Nur Sidaman, for the great presentation regarding the extension and then also rural development. Let's continue to the third keynote speaker. We will give the time to Dr. Fauzi. Please, Pak. Which one you prefer? This or that? Okay, please. Control.
This one.
Yeah, next. Yeah.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi.
Director of ICONARD and model as well for ICONARD. Distinguished speakers, Prof. Nusida, Prof. Masachiko, and Dr. Triyono, my friends, the esteemed colleagues of UMY, and fellow students. Prof. Nusida just now has set the bar for everyone to stand here, so I have to stand here now, following on her footstep. Okay, my name is Muhammad Fauzi bin Kamaluddin, and I come from UTM Malacca, and I am going to talk on the title, Humanizing Agribusiness Towards Sustainable Nation Building. I will try my best to stop before 20 minutes so that you don't fall asleep. Is that okay? All right, okay. Inshallah. Okay. Brothers and sisters, especially students, do remember this. Changes in agriculture is moving very fast, whether we realize it or not. I'm sure you are now learning about agriculture 4.0. But in Western countries, people are talking about agriculture 5.0. And so it's moving very fast. So, but at the heart of changes, remember, at the heart of it are human. And it's very important for you to know human. Remember this morning, Prof. Abu, when he talks about sustainability, sustainability has 3 pillars. Do you remember? What are the 3 pillars? Pillar number 1, kelestarian, sustainability. Pillar number 1 is economy. What is pillar number 2? Environment. Pillar number 3, social, which is human. And in my speech, I'm going to focus about human. Okay? So, my title is Humanizing Agriculture for Sustainable Nation Building. Okay, now, and this is my story of understanding human. Okay, I'm going to share with you some pictures of my research, some related to agriculture, some a bit, but it has drawn me closer to understanding human. Bagi pelajar-pelajar, kamu nanti keluar, kamu mesti faham petani. If you don't, kalau kamu tak faham petani, you have policy, you have money, it doesn't mean a thing. I'm going to share with you a few things. Okay, it started when I did my PhD at Deakin University. And just to share with you, from my Deakin experience, my thesis was very simple. I studied the amalgamation, the merging of two faculties. There are a few themes that emerge, but one of the interesting themes that emerge is communication. There are also leadership and whatnot. Now, I want to share with you what emerged in communication. So, in my findings, we found that, now when you talk about communication, you need to make sure that you speak about things that relate to people, or else people will not understand. So, students, if you go and collect data during your final year when you do your thesis, speak to the farmers and try to understand them. Okay, this is very important. So that was what I gained from my research. And then I did another research with my friends from UTEM. UTEM is a technology university, and so this group of researchers wanted to do on the title of humanizing chili padi robot. Chili padi in Indonesia means cabe.
Cabai rawit.
Cabe
Cabai rawit.
cabe rawit. So my university, we want to build a robot to pick cabe. So my job is to speak to the farmers and ask them, do you want the robot? Simple. So I went to speak with the farmers and I learned their mindset. I understand that, for example, in Johor, a lot of the farmers are part-time. They are not doing it full-time. Their weekday, they are engineers. During weekend, they grow cabai. Faham, eh? And when I ask them, they say, when we plant, for example, 1,000 cabai, we only collect 700 because we know 300 is damaged. So I say, why do you do this? Because we don't have time. So if you want to sell to us the robot, we will not buy robot from you. And I say, why? Besides that, we don't have capital. They say also because the best person to pick the cabai is human. I asked them, why human? Because he asked me, can your robot scan my 1,000 cabai? Because our worker can not only pick the cabai, but can scan and know which plant needs fertilizer, which plants have disease, which plants is right. So I reported this to my group. If you want to have robot, you must make sure the robot can scan, and be able to collect big data. So these are things that I learned. So when you talk about sustainability, you have to learn about the mindset of the farmers. Understand what they are thinking, understand what they are concerned. And Alhamdulillah, I think it was last 2 years, we went to Tom with my friends from UMY, and we met Pak Sujiarto from Tom. And it's interesting, when he speaks about organic farming, he says that if you want to talk about organic farming, you have to know how to speak to the customers, how to prepare the product, because it's not the same. So when we went there, when I spoke to him, I realized that if you want to do organic farming, you need to know how to play the game, because it's a different game altogether. Okay? So the gameplay of organic farmers. And then we went to Minapadi, and we met Pak Franz Hero. Minapadi, Franz Hero. And I spoke to him. When we had the time, I spoke to him. I whispered to him. And it's very interesting when he spoke back and he said to me, brother, what you see in front of you, the most important thing is to get trust from the people. To get trust from the players. Kepercayaan. So, and then he says, my concern is the younger generation, because they do not want to get their hands dirty. Yeah? So these are very important concerns and values of the farmers that you need to know. So when you do your research, you need to address these issues. Don't talk about policy, don't talk about funding. You can talk about technology, but if you cannot address the concerns of people like Pak France, it will not help them, and it will not help this place to remain sustainable. And Alhamdulillah, just now Pak Zaki said, do I know how to speak kangaroo? I don't know how to speak kangaroo, but I did a research about how farmers deal with kangaroo. We compare between kangaroo and monkey. Monkey in Malaysia, kangaroo in Australia. So I went there to help them catch kangaroo. Yeah? So it was very interesting. And when we went back to Malaysia, we interviewed some of the farmers, small farmers. So when we asked them, what is their opinion about killing the monkeys? So one Hindu farmer says, we cannot kill the monkey. That's why there's a lot of monkey as pest animal, because to us, monkey is God. So we don't kill them. So that is the problem. So, and then I asked the Malays, why don't you kill them? Because monkey is God's creature. So we cannot just kill them. And I continue and ask them, so what do you do? Before this, no monkeys. In 1970s, 1980s, no monkeys. I said, so how come? I said, because during that time, we have aborigines. Aborigines eat monkey. Yeah? So these are things that you learn when you speak to the people. They're very things that you don't learn from the book, but you learn by speaking and understanding them. And this is themed under the farmer's belief system. So, brothers and sisters, I would like to share with you now what is humanizing. Okay? So, humanizing, the word in Malay is insan. Insan. It's not even manusia. It's insan because insan goes deeper. Insan is the engagement of the feeling as well. Yeah? So when you say humanizing agriculture, we need to approach agriculture from the insani aspect. You know, because human, they have feelings, you know, human have fears, human have values, human have belief system, human have relationships. So this is what humanizing is all about. Okay? Now, I am going to share with you, in other industries, they are also talking about humanizing. Engineering, they are talking about humanizing. I'm only going to highlight some keywords. For example, they talk about the importance of understanding traditionally marginalized communities, people from the rural area. These people, you don't try to manage them, you got to listen to them. You know, because when you speak to them, only will you be able to understand them. Sometimes we give them things they don't need, you know, because they are happy where they are. Okay? And in this engineering paper, they talk about looking at things from the human lens, from the insani lens. Because humans have concerns, I shared this with you just now. Okay? Now, in this another paper, when they talk about the urgent need to humanize engineering, it's okay, you can hold up high. Because I can speak whole day. Like Prof just now. So, in this paper, it states that you need to know why and not just what. Because a lot of us, what we are concerned is about what to do, what this and that. But when you humanize agriculture, you need to know why. Because human, they have several layers of thinking. Okay? So, again here, it states that voices representing the social and environmental ecosystems. In a paper written by UTM of Malaysia entitled Humanizing Engineering for Sustainable Development, it states that it is very important for us to develop humanity. Yeah? and for us to be humanity-centric, focus on human, so that at the end of the day, we must make sure that we address human needs and ethics. Now, in nursing as well, people are talking about humanizing. There are many points there. Number one, it says, you need to understand what it means to be human. You need to understand the people's background and the meanings, their experiences and the meaning to their experiences, the complexities of the personals, the social, the relationships, the well-being, and also the existential dimensions of freedom and vulnerability. Vulnerability means you must remember, being human, sometimes things happen to us. Anything can happen. Okay, I'm going to move a bit fast. Yeah. So in another paper, they talk about the context. They talk about the diverse voices. Diverse voices means when you talk about the whole ecosystem of agriculture, there are many stakeholders. Yeah? So don't try to put your perspective, but try to understand different perspective. And you must remember, in any industry, any ecosystem, there are the power dynamics. There are power dynamics. Okay, a bit on agriculture. So I read this interesting article by Prof. Yunita. She's an anthropologist, and she says, when you're dealing with environment that relates to agriculture, you need to approach them by humanizing the people. Okay, this is very important. Okay, and then there is this last paper that I found on humanizing agricultural extension. Brothers and sisters, especially academics, just to let you know, I found only one paper on humanizing agriculture. So, it's good that if we can write about humanizing agriculture. But basically, it talks about the importance of understanding the farmers and all of the stakeholders of agriculture. So listen to them and try to understand them. So let me summarize the whole issue about humanizing. Okay, so what can be done? Now, humanizing agribusiness refers to the process of incorporating human values, suara mereka, voices, ethics, values are nilai, suara mereka, ethics mereka. Dan remember, our ethics are very different from one another. Indonesian, Malaysian, we are very different, even though we come from Nusantara. Okay, so remember the differences, understand the differences, and have social considerations into agricultural practices, supply chains, and business models. So whatever you want to do, please think about all that about human. Why? Only by considering all that, we will be able to have a sustainable ecosystem. Only with all that. So taking care of the people itself is very important. Okay? So there are 13 key aspects of humanizing agribusiness. Brothers and sisters, you can read this. I wanted to share, after this I want to share the first slide, because the slide consists my QR code whereby you can scan. Okay? So there are 13 key aspects. You can read all this. I just would like to go to the very end. So we have fair labor, community engagement, environmental sustainability, animal welfare, responsible sourcing and transparency, collaboration and innovation, food justice and access, cultural preservation, education empowerment, health and nutrition, ethical marketing and advertising, local and regional food system, and the rest are all the definition, food waste reduction. Now, I would like to end my speech this way, and this is taken from Allahyarham Tan Sri Prof. Emeritus Dr. Awang Had Saleh. He was the former VC of UKM. He was the first VC of UUM. Brothers and sisters, let's read this. Man is the measure of all things. It is not the power of a nation state, economic or military, nor industrialization, urbanization, nor modernization. It is not all this. It is happiness of man that ultimately counts. The development of a country must therefore be seen as the sum total of satisfying lives of millions of men and women who constitute its citizenry. So in other words, apa sahaja yang kita buat ini untuk kita bantu orang lain. InsyaAllah. Faham? The final goal of development is dah tertinggal. So last but not least, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says, the best of people are those who bring most benefit to mankind. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. You can go to the first slide. If anyone who wants to scan, they can scan on the QR. No QR. Okay. I'll go to the last slide, please. Okay, you can scan my CV and contact me, and I'll pass you the slide. Thank you very much.
Once again, big applause for Dr. Fauzi. Thank you very much. Talk about the humanizing in agribusiness or in agricultural for the general. Next, we will go for the last keynote speaker, which is from UMY. Please, time is yours.
Okay, thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. Meanwhile, waiting my presentation, I would like to thank you for all speaker and all participants for coming in this ICONARD in this year. Special Mr. Natsu from Japan, thank you for coming. And the new student of agribusiness, Muhammad Samura, from Kristen, okay, from Sierra Leone, West Africa, he is new student in agribusiness. Universitas Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta. And okay, I would like to present my study with my student. I host this set up this study with Mbak Rista. I would like to speak about local wisdom of organic rice farming. It is about finding harmony in nature. Maybe it's just story from the experience in the field research. Next, okay. Well, we know that natural resources have a very important role in the human survival system by providing basic needs like food, fashion, and other material for the building and housing. And agricultural development in Indonesia is directed at sustainable agriculture, such as organic agriculture that depend on natural resources more. And now, organic rice farming activities using local resources cannot be separated from the local wisdom provided by the community as local values that has been inherited and believed in from generation to generation. It is interaction space that has been designed in a way that involves pattern between human and human, as well as human and nature. I think it's interaction, human and nature harmonization. So there are still farmers who persist in running organic rice farming by applying the values of local wisdom that still exist, such as controlling pests making and applying organic fertilizer using traditional but environmentally friendly methods. So the objective of this study, we will explore what extent organic rice farmers utilize local wisdom and local resources in implementing organic rice farming, starting from providing input, cultivation techniques, harvesting, and post-harvest. And we will explore the value of local wisdom about these practices in the field by farmer in Yogyakarta. We were conducted in the Pakem, Berbah, and Sleman sub-district in Sleman district Yogyakarta. By data collection in the interviews involved 9 participants from 3 farmers groups and 3 people each that they are experienced more in organic practice technically, economically, and environmentally and locally, as well as local social cultural values or local wisdom values. And we compete with data by observation to give more and complete description of my study. From this data, we collect and analysis by qualitative approach. Start from data collection, data display, or data condensation, and the last we conclusion by drawing of all of the comprehensive study. Okay, we will overview of local wisdom in organic rice farming by start from land processing. By rowing will be plowed twice, and before plowing it will be spread with manure, which is allowed to sit for 1 to 3 weeks. And second plowing process aims to kill weeds and prepare the sportive growth medium for planting press. It is about land processing and start to activity in organic farming about rice. And the second activity about seed processing start with the farmer first soaking the seed in water and plant growth, promoting rhizobacteria fertilizer. It is a fertilizer from the nature, To soaking is using PKPR is to speed up with germination so that they have lots of roots and the seeds are strong. It's a stimulant for growth of the roots of the seeds, and they can good plants. Next, about the planting, the farmer plant the rice by the system Jajar Lego. This is a term of Java. The raw Lego planting system is alternating planting between 2 or more row of rice plant and 1 empty. So the space of the row is longer. In Japanese means longgar. Longer and longer. Space about 20 centimeter or longer as twice or 3 than usually. Okay, next about maintenance on feeding, use manual methods such as using traditional tools like namely ghost rock, to brush the herbicides like that, and maybe the plants that disturb the main planting. Next, about irrigation. some of farmers use a sort of irrigation that's often from the river, while farmers use Belix. Yeah, Belix means source of the water by groundwater. Yeah, yeah. So for the source irrigation, that's the farmer cannot source of from the river. Okay, next, and the fertilizer most farmers use manure derived from goat's manure on cow manure used to mix compost, yeah? And they are produced by their own to mix soil more fertilized and good for plant growth. And next, now there are some kind of fertilizer from corn eggs. Corn eggs mean telur keong. Yeah, yeah. They mix with their skill by preparing the spar top and good mixed with good manure fermentation. Mix them and fill with water, then they will apply to control the pest management in the planting area. Next. The other fertilizer is plant growth promotes rhizobacteria fertilizer mixed from the root of bamboo, yeah, like the 20 liter of rice washing water, 2 cup bamboo roots, and 1 cup molasses, yeah. 1 sachet of shrimp pasta, mix and allow it for 7 days on 1 week, and the result ready to apply for the plant and for good plant growth. Some pesticides using from the organic pesticide the farmer use, like from the tuber roots, yeah, they are produced by farmer, yeah, for rice bug and leaf borers, and botanical pesticide from what's mean yeah, produced by farmer for rice bug, and the botanical pesticide from rice mushroom, is it Beveria pascinia, yeah, they produce with farmer, yeah, to control rice bug. Yeah, and pest and disease control, different method using local materials resource like tuber root, bacillia, and other resources. Like maybe in this this slide, like crab crassus atau yuyu, yeah. It is for control pest control control the disease, bacteria, or maybe control the pest. Next. Yeah, some pesticide from rice room, maybe there is about step above to produce the Bacillia beveria from the washed rice, and then followed with plastic, and then in the half-cooked steams, incorporating Beveria bacinia to grow the bacteria, and packaging and finished product and ready to apply to control the bulk of rice. Next, to apply the Befaria bacinia to control bugs, start by destroying tempeh mushroom, Befaria basilia, and put the molasses, mix well and filtering, and other screen and finished product to apply to spray to control the Befaria. Okay, the last about the harvest. There is local wisdom kind. Before harvesting, some farmers usually carry out the wiwitan process. It is ceremonial for an expression of gratitude to God when they are given a harvest. It is it's values religion. Even though the result we get are good or not good, they are still grateful to have the ceremonial about the wiwitan. Yeah. Okay, the last but not least, it is about the value of local wisdom in organic rice farming. I will try to classify the local value, economic value, socio-cultural value, and environmental value and technical value. For economic value, it's about the more economically cost efficiency, yeah, and it is the farmer maybe to economic about the cost. And the social culture, land cultivation, ancestral heritage, and other activity in the farming, they are doing together in Indonesia, calling it gotong royong. It's help each other to achieve and cooperation. And technical value, land processing, and all the activity in farming, in the rice farming, that can doing by traditional or maybe simple technology and getting the some material around the environment, like natural material, and they can easily to produce the some material that needs to plant growth. And environmental, land processing, and all the activity, almost the activity and some material of eco-friendly with the environmental, and it's can the harmony in nature. Next. Yeah, we conclude that the local wisdom is organic rice farming can be seen from the pre-planting to post-harvest processing, such as the process of processing land by rowing, using local seed, and all this. The local wisdom values, including local wisdom values for the environment, social or cultural values, technical values for the environment, there is economic values. The values can be developed to increase farmer welfare by agro-education and agro-tourism, yeah, maybe agro-creative economic develop, yeah, with community empowerment and institutional enforcement. Okay, I think that's all my presentation. Thank you for attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you very much for the great presentation from our keynote speaker. So the first keynote speaker, Prof. Matsuda, talking about the rural development, also the difference between Southeast Asian agriculture development and Japanese agriculture development, because in Indonesia itself, I think we don't see the abandoned farmland. Usually the problem in Indonesia is land use change. The farmland become settlement or industry. Compared to the Japan, they face like abandoned land, farmland due to the aging farmers. Yeah, Prof. Yeah. Okay. And then the next keynote speakers, Prof. Nursida, talk about the importance of extension officer, extension activities, also the woman role in agriculture and rural development. And then our third speaker, Dr. Fauzi, talk about the humanizing agriculture and agribusiness, because we cannot see the agricultural development only from the engineering side, but we need to think what farmers think. And then the last one talk about the organic rice, yeah, organic rice farming in Yogyakarta, where Dr. Triyono found many important things to develop the organic rice farming. Okay, next let's continue to the discussion session or the question and answer session. So we will open for the first session is 2 questions from the offline participants and 1 question from the online participants. I will open first for the 2 questions from the offline participants. Please raise your hand. First and second one. Okay. Okay, 3 also okay, no problem. 1, 2, 3, yeah. First is in the front, yeah. Please give the mic. Please, okay. Please, to whom you want to ask? And state your institution and your name, Mbak. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for the opportunity. My name is Riane Shabila from Muria Kudus University. I will ask question to Prof. Nursida. First of all, I'm happy to see you again, Prof. Nursida. Maybe you forgot me. Yeah, I am Riani, your exchange student from Agriculture Relationship of ASEAN Universities Network 2019. Yeah, in Aceh. Yeah. 5 years ago, I was a bachelor second semester of Muhammadiyah Purwokerto University, and now I'm graduated from master program of General Sudirman University and become lecturer. Yeah, of course, become lecturers of Muria Kudus University. Muria Kudus, okay. So it's so plot twist, yeah, to see you not as student but as lecturers. I want to ask Prof. Nursida, community development is not easy to apply in Indonesia. For example, when we have extensions, we have carried out extension, the community doesn't continue the result of extension without assistance from us. But we have limited time to assist them. Have you ever won agriculture extension without assistance that's successful to make good community development? Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Prof. Can we continue for the next 2 questions? Okay. Oh. Okay. Please, the second question. Yeah, the black jilbab. Oh, same black jilbab. Black, semua black ya. Silakan, please.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Yeah, my question for Mr. Masahiko. Okay. Very informative material, Mr. Masahiko. Introduce me, Rizka Ul-Adila. I am a 5th semester student in the agribusiness study program. Pak Zaki is head of my program study. Okay, I apologize if my pronunciation of English is not understandable because I am still lacking. Earlier, Mr. Masahiko explained about the paradoxical development of rural Southwest Asia. Yeah, I was immediately interested in Japan, Mr. As we know, technology and innovation in Japan is very advanced, but it turns out that behind it, the development of agricultural village is still lacking, right? Yeah. And as we know, Indonesia is an agrarian country rich in agriculture, and young people are ready to contribute to a more innovative and developed agriculture. So my question is it possible for Indonesian youth to help develop or collaborate with Japan to exchange innovation and ways to solve problems from Japan? And if yes, according to Mr. Masahiko, what is an efficient way to help Japan in sustainable rural development? Okay, thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. For your information, actually I forced her to come here because I'm her supervisor. But it's okay for her benefit. Next, for the third question, please.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, thank you, Mr. for your time. I am Ilma Kusuma Wardani from Agriculture Extension 11 Maret University of Surakarta. I'm interested in the last presentation Prof. Nursida about the role of rural women in agriculture. Okay, because I do my thesis research about women farmers in forest management, we know women participation in rural development at the grassroots is very real. Okay, but they are often marginalized. My question: how important are gender responsive institution or participation women in institution? Okay, thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
I think better to answer first, ya, Prof, ya, because after we answer this question, the next session I will open first for the online participant. So from the online participant, please prepare your question. Please, Prof, you have 2 questions.
Okay, thank you very much. Congratulations on your improvement, your development in your career. Okay, you're asking about what's extension role, isn't it? Penyuluhan, extension role. We know that the purpose or the philosophy of agriculture extension is to change the people, help them to change themselves. Okay, we can help, but we still have a limited. Sometimes we limited with the human resource, we limited with the financial, because the ratio of the agriculture extension workers and farmers or rural community is very big. One extension workers need to cover many of the community members. So they need to think about the strategy of agriculture extension. They need to have strategy of action. Okay, one, maybe they need to have an approach. If they cannot go to the farmers one by one, they can use the other, for example, group method, okay, where they can use ICT, they can use the approach of like not the seminar, gathering them and then give the knowledge, information, technology to them. If you want to serve one extension workers to one farmers, is take a time. So many things to do, because we need to empower them. Okay, one day they need to empower and they go from us. After we educate them, we deliver the knowledge to them. But the syaratnya is you need to make sure they empower. Okay, so don't give up. Many things need to do by the extension. At the same time, the policy. Always policy see the extension as the last strategy. They think that other thing is important, but the human need to be corrected by the human. I mean that we need to make sure they have a high awareness towards something and something. If not, they are staying at the rural area with the comforting zone. No, they don't have money, but they're very comfort, you know. So they no need to think about the development, how to make sure they increase their living or standard. Whatever thing they have, they are very comfort. So we need to move them from the comfort zone, to another, because they need to help our agriculture to be developed. Agriculture need the people, not only the technology. Technology will managed by people or by human. So the human is come from the rural area that manage the agriculture activity. Is it okay? I'm not sure whether answered or not.
For the
second,
gender, yeah.
Yeah, the topic of gender, isn't it? We think that the role of women only assistant to their husband, just helping doing the agriculture as assistant. They don't have a voice, they don't have a decision making skill, because sometimes we limited them to play in their role. The participation of the woman is very important, because you know the now is educated, not just stop at sekolah dasar. They increase their knowledge, so they have a role to play in agriculture development. It's very important. Some of the organization, agency need to take care of them or make sure they can raise their voice. So in agriculture is important. Women is important because they can help to increase the productivity, to increase the income through the woman. Okay, hope you can pursue your to develop your research better in gender. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Prof. Nursida. Actually, in 2019, I have been visited Buton Island, and then their agricultural department said that they need more extension worker, extension advisor to support their agricultural development. So in Indonesia, I think extension advisor is still very important part in agricultural development. Okay, next continue to the Prof. Matsuda, please, Prof.
Thank you very much. The good question. It's very difficult to solve the problem in Japan. How Japan realized the sustainable agriculture development. But the Japanese government tried to change the situation. In terms of the lack, to make up the lack of labor, the Japanese government tried to take open policy before Japan is closed again to the migrant, but now try to make the more open for the labor migrants from abroad. And Indonesia as well. There are many Indonesian people going to Japan to work. It's not only the agriculture sector, but industrial sector as well. And in agriculture sector, Japanese government tried to push up the export, the high quality product of agriculture, commodity. And also the government drawing the plan of the green agriculture, something like the organic agriculture. They have a target of the area of organic agriculture and value-added product produced by the organic agriculture, and then they want to link to the export. The high quality commodity of agriculture. That kind of solution we are thinking, but the situation is I think that it's very difficult. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Prof. Matsuda. I'm sorry I didn't give feedback to the question because the limited time. Next session I will open for the online participants. I had information that there are 2 questions from the online participant. Please show the question, operator. Still black. Okay, thank you. Oh, now the question from Korea, from South Korea. I think he is ready to bomb the North Korea, I think, yeah. From Mr. Heri Ahmadi. Mr. Heri Ahmadi said that a significant issue in rural agriculture in Indonesia is land fragmentation resulting from the inheritance and conversion of agricultural land to non-agricultural uses. This problem worsened the already limited agricultural land owned by farmers and contribute to the unviability of farming in villages. What do you think about this? Because Prof. Nursida and Prof. Matsuda already answered, I will give this opportunity to Dr. Triyono and Dr. Fauzi. Maybe can give opinion regarding this question, Pak Fauzi or Dr. Triyono. Dr. Fauzi, want to answer, please?
Okay, I'll try my best to answer this. I think in all countries there are issues that's ongoing, and the issue that has been raised by the question is something that is significant as well. Perhaps the best way is to gather the stakeholders, have a round table and speak to them, because no problems can be solved easily. You need to really dig deep and know why things are happening. I learned this, just to share, I learned this when I was appointed by the university, my university, to become the dean. Just an example. Before I became the dean, I thought everything is simple and that the top management doesn't know how to do the work. But when I became the dean, I realized there are many issues that the people at the lower level do not know. So the same goes in communities. Sometimes the farmers may not know things, and the government is looking at a certain direction. So the best way is perhaps to have a round table and get everyone to speak, so that at the end of the day you can suggest a sustainable solution. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Dr. Triyono, maybe short answer, Pak.
Yeah, thank you about the question from Pak Heri. Okay, talking about land issue, like the fragmentation effect or from the inheritance. I think it's maybe we have to change about the mindset about inheritance, because most of community assume that inheritance is only the lands, but maybe we have changed that the heritage is not only land, but all of asset the family. It is about inheritance. So the land not have to divide by the all of the maybe the sons of their son, and or maybe their family, but maybe some of the inheritance getting the land, and other family getting the asset, but not on land, not land, but maybe other business. Yeah, it's all. I think it's about how to change the mindset about the heritage of the lands, and maybe about the conversion to other use or not other use from the agriculture. This about the Indonesia. There is a rule about Undang-Undang nomor 4, ya, regulation number 49, yeah, but it's not effective. Yeah, maybe maybe government to law enforcement about this regulation. Yeah.
Thank you.
Maybe this my opinion. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Triyono. I think Prof. Matsuda, do you want to answer this for the short answer, Prof?
Yeah, the land fragmentation is in Japan also is a problem. So the farmers even they don't cultivate the land, but they don't want to release their land tenure. So in Japan there is some trial. It leases out to the producer cooperative or the private company. Just lease, not release, not sell. So and then the land is accumulated and then efficiently used for the agriculture by the producer cooperatives or other organizations. And the land conversion is different story. I think it should be, if necessary, it should be controlled by regulation or something. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I think due to the limited time, I think we need to finish the question and answer session. Before I close, I will give 2 minutes for the closing statement for each of keynote speaker. Start from Dr. Triyono, please. 2 minutes only, Pak.
Yeah, thank you. I think for sustainable agriculture, we have to manage all of the resources by economics, physical, technical, and social culture harmonization in all of the activity in the community. I think that's all. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, Prof. Nur Sidaman, please, your closing statement. 2 minutes closing statement, please, Prof.
Okay, everyone, you need to to make sure you have intention to make an agriculture at number 1. Okay, if we don't have that intention, nothing to do with the agriculture. We need the younger generation, we need the researcher, we need the people that are willing to help the agriculture, willing to help the community of agriculture. So at least if you're not involved directly with agriculture, but you need to have a good supporting to other agriculture sector. So that's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The future of agriculture in our hands, yeah, Prof. Yeah. Thank you very much. Next, Prof. Matsuda, 2 minutes closing statement, Prof.
Yeah, thank you very much. The agriculture is important not only for the food production and not only for the rural livelihood, but we experienced the pandemic. During the pandemic, many laborers lost the job in the urban area, and they returned to their home village, and some of them engaged in agriculture, and they avoid the high living cost in urban. go to their village. So the agriculture has a hidden role such as safety net or shock absorber, even under such economic crisis. So I think in my presentation I said the Southeast Asia have very good potential to show the sustainable rural development. So I'd like to try to more investigate the Southeast Asian studies.
Okay, thank you, Prof. Matsuda. And the last one, Dr. Fauzi, 2 minutes closing statement, please.
Okay, first of all, thank you to the panelists. I've learned a lot as well today. To the audience and members, since there are many students here today, I just want to say that with the issue of food security here in your country and also worldwide, there's a lot of opportunity for you to move into in terms of agriculture. So to millennials, take this opportunity, try to understand all the stakeholders, understand the farmers, understand the middlemen, understand the policies, and do, at the end of the day, try your best to bring changes to the life of these people, because end of the day, that is what sustainability is all about. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Please give big applause for our keynote speakers today. I think we got so much information, knowledge, and motivation to continue to develop our own agriculture, not only limited in Indonesia, but also in all around of the world. I think that's all from me. I am the moderator of this plenary session. If I make mistake, I am really sorry. Billahi taufiq wa hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Okay, thank you to Mr. Zulrozaki, PhD, for guiding us in the panel session of the 4th ICONARD 2024. Well, ladies and gentlemen, next is token of appreciation and certificates handed over by the Chief of 5th ICONARD 2024. Mr. Cahyo Wisnu Rubianto, PhD, to all keynote speakers and moderator, please come to the stage. In here. Yeah, to all keynote speakers and moderator. Okay, for the first, for Professor Masahiko Matsuda from Ritsumeikan University, Japan. Okay, this is appreciation and certificates by the Chief of 5th ICONARD 2024 for Professor Masahiko Matsuda from Ritsumeikan University, Japan. Okay, for the next, Professor Dr. Norsidaman from University Putra, Malaysia. Okay, next for Dr. Fauzi Kamarudin from University Technical Malaysia, Melaka. Okay, for the third, for Dr. Fauzi Kamarudin from University Technical Malaysia, Melaka. Okay, next for Associate Professor Dr. Triono. Okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is giving a souvenir for Professor Masahiko Matsuda. Please come to the stage. Okay, and well, next for Associate Professor Dr. Tiono from Universitas Muhammadiyah Yogyakarta. And for the last, for Mr. Zuhid Rozaki, PhD. Okay, please to all keynote speakers and moderator come to center of venue because we are going to proceed to photo session. Okay, are you ready? And on the count, 3, 2, 1. Once again, and 3, 2, 1. Okay, thank you very much. You may go back to your seat. Nanti setelah acara. Sudah. Okay. Okay, thank you very much. You may go back to your seat. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there was all the opening ceremony of the 5th ICONARD 2024 International Conference on Agribusiness and Rural Development. We would like to deliver our sincere gratitude and feel of honor for your presence and participation in our agenda. Also, greatest appreciation to the event organizer, media partner, IT team, and all team involved in this agenda. And once again, ICONARD 2024.
Harmony.
Okay, good afternoon. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, please all participants to take a photo session with us together, and all lecturer of agribusiness come to center of venue. And maybe participants in here come to center. Okay, please, because we are going to proceed photo session.
Ke tengah aja nggak apa?
Okay, once again, for participants, please come to center of venue because we are going to proceed photo session. Okay, ready? Camera ready? Okay. And 3, 2, 1. Once again. 3, 2, 1. Okay.
We'll make a video, so our chief say ICONARD 2024, so all everybody can say harmony in nature.
The hand.
Harmony in nature. ICONARD 2024, Harmony in Nature.
Okay, good evening everyone. We have some announcement, especially for our participant. After this, we have a webinar in Mang Eng King. So after this, we have a coffee break and pray. After that, we're ready to go Mang Eng King. Thank you everyone for coming. We pray at fourth floor, and also we have a coffee break outside this room. Okay, we move into Mang Eng King by bus around 5 p.m. 4:30 p.m. Okay. In basement. Okay. Yeah, yes. For all participants. Not student, all participants. Okay. Thank you everyone for coming on plenary session, and see you on the next ICONARD 2024.